Strong right.
On first down, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Luck now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Back to throw, Love. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Carl Lawson in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So with fourth down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns, as the deficit is now 28. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Here you go, Ken.
Passing again, Dalton on second and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Andy Dalton now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final act of the first half. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. Fights off the defender. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert!
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
It's complete to Grant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
53. Alert, alert, alert! 63. 59.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
From the gun, here's Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for a loss of 5. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Luck now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's got room. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
We're good. We're good. Nice.
Second down, Dalton. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. And the Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So Dalton now. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. It's taken to the 26. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, we got 3 down. Hey, easy.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Long. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This is Mixon, and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Get ready for something coming left.
Here's Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Al Woods able to get him for a loss of about 3. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. operating from the gun. Dalton. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at about the 32. Dalton now to pass. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Going deep, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Bengals. 46 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Brandon Coleman, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The pass complete to Ryan Grant. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap for Luck. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackling.
Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
68! We're good. We're good.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
We're good. Nice. Get up.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down. Dalton, he's going to loft one deep. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Forced out to his left. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Easy.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
You're right.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
We're good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here's Luck now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the Bengals have recovered it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
368!
Following the fumble recovery, Dalton. That is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And
that is going to be grabbed and pulled down. Carl Lawson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action. It's Luck. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
368!
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Wrong. Hey, we got 3 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
3 down. Check out. Line 40. Line 55. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
No. 3 down. Go. Blue 90. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
And they will take a knee here. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us